You all know how to highlight given cells. For example, I could mark this cell and say it should become red to be highlighted. But sometimes you do not want to do it as hard as I have done in here, but you would like to connect it to a condition. So big numbers should become more red, or have a given threshold up. If a certain number is higher than the threshold, it should get a certain color or border or whatever you like. This can be done by conditional formatting. Conditional formatting you can find in the tab Home, under Styles, and here you have a menu and you can select certain rules. Let's try it by example. We have some values in here. They simply look like numbers. There are numbers, but you have to go into the details, which takes time, and we can somehow try to highlight things in here. So what we do first is we go for a color scale, and what you directly see, I have a red scale on the left side, a green scale on the right side. Even if I do not know what this scale means, we can later on find out. You can see some green area in this overall red area, and maybe it has a certain meaning if we have data with a certain context. If you have a closer look, then you can see the higher the values are, the greener the background color is, the lower the value is, the more red is the color. We can give it a try. For example, if I change this 54 into a 2, it gets dark red. However, what happens if I go out of scale? If I, for example, enter 1,000 in here, the highest values so far seem to be somewhere like 70, and then you can see the complete scale has been changed. So it's still going from red to green. However, as this upper value, as the maximum has changed, it is now 1,000, all these high values from before in the field in the range of 60 to 70 are now maybe some in-between values. So they're yellow but no longer green. So somehow you have to be careful with the interpretation of these colors. What Excel is doing is it analyzes the data, it takes looks for the minimum, looks for the maximum, and then somehow it assigns these red to green scale to these numbers. If I go back, some different type of formatting can be chosen. You can choose, for example, data bars. Let's take this one. And you can directly see we have somehow a bar chart in each cell, and the higher the number is, the higher goes the bar chart. But again, Excel first looks on small values 0 and big values 70, and the size of the bar chart depends on this maximum and minimum value. Let's have a look what happens again if you put in 1,000. Then all other bar charts go really down. Okay, and if we go for some negative value, let's say -50, then you see really it is displayed in a different way. You have a 0 line in between, and it becomes red to the left side. All others are blue to the right side. So it's a different way to just highlight what's going on. Anyhow, you can directly identify this -50 in here is something special. If you are going to use this conditional formatting, for example, in a dashboard, you should always use it in the same way so that people learn how to read these different formats and where to look for. There are more options. For example, if I choose these ones, I can add some icon sets. For example, these symbols. Again, there's certain thresholds defined, and after, or if you're below a certain threshold, for example in here, then this red sign is used. In between two values, the green one is used, and if you're over a certain value, the yellow one is used, and if you're over a certain value, the green one is used.